Hello and welcome to the CreaBea podcast. This is episode 21. My name is Sophie and I am coming to you from Shediac River, New Brunswick, Canada, where I live with my husband and our two kids. And I am a knitter. I'm an obsessed knitter. I just want to knit all the things, and this is a space where I share all my recent makes, my current projects, and my dream knitting. I also share a little bit of acquisitions at the end if I do have some, and I have some. We went to a yarn festival a couple of weekends ago, and last weekend it was local yarn shop day. So I do have some acquisitions in the end. If you are interested, that will be at the end of this video. Welcome to any new viewers. Welcome back to all the returning viewers. Thank you so much for coming back. I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to talk about all the knitting, and yeah, I hope you're cozy and we can get on with the knitting talk. Right after I tell you, you can find me on Ravelry and on Instagram as cozymeadowknits, and I will link down below everything I talk about, either patterns, or I will link my project pages, yarn, dyers, shops, anything and everything will be linked down below. If ever I do forget something and you're looking for some information, just send me a comment down below or send me a message and I will gladly answer. Okay, did I say everything? I think so. Okay, so I have so much to share. Let's get on with the knitting talk. Do you like my mug? Before we start the knitting talk, I wanted to show this last time and I forgot. I showed my nails, so they're all chipped. Sorry, this is not a professional podcast. I apologize. Okay, so yeah, my mug. I did a Fair Isle mug. A couple weekends, no, it was in March. It was for March break. I brought the kids to a DIY studio. That's the name of the studio. It's in town. And you just pick out some ceramics and you paint. You don't make them, you just paint them. And so I picked, of course, there was a mug with some knitting. I'm like, yeah, that's got to come home with me. So I did a little Fair Isle pattern on it and I love it. It's huge and holds my yummy coffee. Cheers. Okay, knitting talk, I promise. I will start with what I am wearing. This is a finished object from the last episode, but I wasn't wearing it, so the sun is out, so I thought I would wear it today. It is called the Olive Branch Tee, and it's by Twin Stiches Designs. And she has so many wonderful patterns. Her name is Leanne, and she has a wonderful podcast as well. I will link her down below. And this is the Olive Branch Tee. I love it so much. It has a simple lace pattern around the top part of the yoke, and it is a top-down construction, and you split for sleeves, and then it's stuck in the round. I'm gonna step on my tippy toes. Can you see? Yeah, I absolutely love the fit of it. And yeah, so the lace goes all around. I talked about this on my previous episode, so I will just say that I made this with Sisu yarn, which is by Sandnes Garn, and I got that at my local yarn shop. And it is a fingering weight pattern, so it's a fingering weight yarn, and I like it. It is a superwash yarn, but I actually really like it. It fits well. It's great. What else can I say about it? I didn't do many alterations. I think that in the pattern it calls for a make one and I think I'm not sure if it's a make one left, but like a left leaning increase. And I did not do that one. I did a left lifted increase because I found that when I knit those make ones, I get holes. So I didn't want that in this t-shirt, so I did the left lifting increase, and that worked out really, really well. The only other alteration is for the sleeves. When you split for the sleeves, when you come back and knit the sleeves, you basically just pick up and do some ribbing. Now, I wanted it a little bit longer so that I don't see my armpit underneath. And really, I think I did like 8 rounds of stockinette and then started the ribbing. And I really, really love the way it fits me. My arms are a little bit bigger here, and I find that it hides it a little bit better. So all of those differences, I have notes in my Ravelry page for this project if you want to go see. And that is it. I think that's all I'm going to say about this one, and I absolutely adore it. I've been wearing it like crazy. So I am happy that I have one summer tee. This was a knit for a Mal. It is for a Mal that we are hosting, me and Manon from La Violette Yarn Gift & Co. gift shop. It's my local yarn shop. And we are hosting a make-along for a summer garment. It started on March 31st. It ends on June 21st. You still have time to cast on if you have a lingering whip, a t-shirt whip, or a tank top. Yeah, absolutely. Whips are welcome. You just need to post on Instagram a picture of your project with the hashtag CozyLVMal, and you will be entered in a draw for some prizes, and we'll draw that at the end of the make-along. If you do not have Instagram, we also have a Ravelry page, or like a Ravelry group that you can post to. That'll be linked down below. And if you can't do that, just send me a message and we'll work it out. You can send me an email with a picture, and I'll make sure that you are included in the prize draw. Okay, so yeah, still lots of time to make a summer tee. I have I have 2 summer tees, new cast-ons. I know. So, and another one. Anyway, let's get on to that. The only other finished object that I have are the Tits Up socks. I had one of them finished on the last podcast, and I just wanted to show that I finished the other sock. And if you didn't watch the other episode, I'm just going to talk a little bit about these. These are the latest released pattern by Nancy Wheeler. She is Knit Sip Happy on Instagram, and she has a wonderful podcast as well. I'll have her down below. And I absolutely love these socks so much. They're so much fun. So they're called Tits Up, and they were for, she wanted to release them, and she did, for the season premiere of The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. So if you don't watch the show, I haven't watched the show, but she explained it to me, and I want to watch the show. I just didn't have time. And she is a comedian, and every time she goes on stage, her manager says tits up, so that you have to chin up, go and have a great show. And that's why Nancy designed these socks and called them the tits up. And those are the little boobies. So Nancy released this pattern a couple weekends ago, and she took all the proceeds of the first week and donated to the cancer research charity, and she was able to donate $1,100 for that. That's amazing, and what an amazing cause, and what an amazing person. Nancy, you're amazing. And yeah, so Tits Up Socks, they are now, the pattern is now available on Ravelry. It is $5 Canadian, very affordable, very well written. This was my test knit, so I tested the pattern, and they're great. So that's a great pattern for you if you are interested. Okay, so that is all of my finished objects. I will start with my first current whip, and it is the Salty Air Tea, and I am in love with this. So I want to knit all of the t-shirts for summer. I am totally into summer knitting right now, and I want to knit all of them so that I can wear them this summer. So that's what I've been working on the most. And so this is the Salty Air Tea. This is a pattern by Samantha Guerin, and she has a lot of people have already knitted this t-shirt. I don't know when it came out, maybe last year, I'm not sure. But I remember I saw Heather from the Wheelhouse Knits podcast. Hi, Heather. She showed hers on her podcast, and I absolutely wanted to knit this pattern. So a couple of weeks ago, I picked up some yarn at my local yarn shop, and so this yarn is the Sunday. Wait, I have a tag here. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. It is called the Sunday Yarn, and it is by Sadness Garn. The color is numbers 9071. So I am making the size 4, and look at that lace. It is so pretty. The pattern is so well written. I've just split for sleeves. That's why I have all these cords dangling. So I have just split for sleeves. I've been trying it on, and it seems to be fitting great. So I'm gonna knit a little bit more on the body, and then I will try on to make sure. But this yarn is wonderful to work with. It is super soft. I can tell you what the composition is if I can read it. It is 100%. That's not in English. It is 100% merino wool. So yeah, it's 100% merino, and it is 100% yummy. It's super, I found it's like bouncy. There's like, it has a really high twist to it. Anyway, it's lovely. This would be amazing in absolutely any color. I chose this type of green because I don't have a lot of green in my wardrobe, so I'm trying to incorporate more colors because I have a favorite color that I always gravitate towards. But yeah, so this is going to be awesome. I'm excited because now it's just stucking it in the round. I did not do any modifications whatsoever to this, and I did, like, if you look at the lace is very pretty. You do have to pay attention to this. One tip I can tell you is that if you put a stitch marker between all of the lace repeats, it will make it way easier for you to find if you made a mistake. And I have made mistakes. I've made a couple of mistakes, and some I did go back, but some I did go back, but there are some, like, I fudged it. and nobody will notice because I can't even see where it is now. So that's the Salty Air Tea. I'm excited. It is a paid for pattern, and the project page and the pattern page will be linked down below. And my Salty Air Tea is being housed in a purchase that I made a couple weeks ago, and I had to, right, because, just because, okay, sorry. So Yellow Petal Handmade, I will link down her shop below. It wasn't a sale. She had some bags. She had a shop update, and with bags with camping theme, and I just love it. And I saw that there was little campers, and we have a camper, and we're gonna move in the camper probably around the middle of June, end of June. So I saw it and I was like, absolutely, this needs to be mine. So, and it's housing my Salty Air sweater. Let's stay on the t-shirt cast-ons. I have another one. I have another cast-on, and there. This, I have casted on the Maven tee. I can't remember, and I didn't write it down on my notes. The designer's name, I will show it underneath. And I'm just trying to get the yarn okay. I haven't done much, but this is what I have done. I'm sorry. I feel I'm like all over the place today. So there's really not much to show, but this is what I have so far. I've cast it on. It's a top-down construction. I've cast it on the neck and did the neck ribbing, and then now I'm just doing some knits and a row of purling in between the stockinette. It is a very well written pattern so far, and I knit and then I'm doing the increases as well. So again, I apologize, there's not much to show, but I was so excited for this yarn that I will tell you what it is. But yes, it was the perfect yarn for this tee. I just hope I have enough. So last week, this is going to be, I'm going to show an acquisition because this was an acquisition from last week. It was local yarn shop day. Of course, I had to go, and at the yarn shop, Ravenswood Fiber Co was there, and her yarns are delicious. They are just delicious, and I've worked with this yarn before, but yeah, so there was like a whole table full of Ravenswood, and I thought, you know, I'll pick up a skein, and but there was these two skeins. I was just immediately, I was like, I need to get these. I don't know what to do with them, but it hit me right away. I want to do the Maven, and it is just so pretty. Now, so this yarn it's a fingering weight yarn. It is 85% superwash and 15% merino nylon. It is 400 meters to 100 grams. So it's super soft. It almost has this kind of sheen to it. It doesn't really have a sheen, but it kind of looks it anyway. And this is true color. The color is called Deep Shades of Blue. I just had to. And I knew this had to be a Maven. So stay tuned. I can't talk about it much more because I really haven't done much yet. But this, I just casted this on like on Tuesday or something like that. So yay. I'm very excited. Okay, so that was my whip for that one. I have two other whips. Oh, there's yarn everywhere. Okay, so this is my second last whip. It is a sock. I will call it my Zelda sock. But it's not my Zelda sock, it's Jessie's Zelda socks. That's what I'm gonna call this pattern. This is my whip, and I've already finished one. I showed this a couple months back. I made these. I made this sock for a coworker, and they're called the Zelda socks because Zelda is a very, very amazing game, a very dear game to my heart. I don't game anymore, but because I just don't have time. But I've played pretty much all the old Zelda games before. Anyway, Jesse's a coworker. He bought me a bunch of amazing knitting books for Christmas, and so in return, I am making him some Zelda socks. He is a gamer. That's all he does. And so I made the first one. There is no pattern for this. I took some inspiration from some free patterns that were out on Ravelry. There's a chart that is similar to this. I did edit it to make sure that it fits a 72 stitch sock. So I kind of did some editing on this one and this as well. And that's about it. The yarn that I'm using for this is from, I saw the tag here, it's from Ancient Arts. So the green is from the Ancient Arts yarn, and it's it's on her Socknado base, and it's 80% superwash merino, 20% nylon. And I absolutely love working with this yarn. So this is the second one. The yellow is from a mystery skein that I had purchased before. It's from Edison Fiber Arts. She does not dye anymore. So this is where I'm at. I finished the heel and gusset. Oh, not showing you this very well. I feel like today's episode is a bit all over the place. And so I'm on the foot part of the sock. I will start the color work. I need to have this done by Thursday of next week, because the new Zelda game is coming out and he is so excited. And so I wanted to make sure that he had his socks. He could wear his socks when he plays the new game. I know, it's amazing. So Jesse, they're coming. He does watch. He watches this podcast. He's so cool. He's such a good friend. Okay, so that was my sock whip. I think I've said everything I needed to say for that one. And my last current whip is my reed sweater. So I am trying to knit all of the t-shirts because summer is coming. It will get here. So I should not be concentrating on this sweater, but I also really, really, really am enjoying working on the sweater. This is the Reed sweater by Johanna. It is a wonderful, wonderful design. The color work portion on the top is so much fun. And I've talked about this on my previous episode. I will go through it quickly, through some of the details. The neckline, I did a little Sophie design. It was a happy accident. It was an error. But it wasn't an error in the pattern. It's a mistake. I made a mistake. the gray part is supposed to be the purple, and the purple part is supposed to be gray. But I absolutely love this happy accident. I think it will look better on me to have the dark against my skin instead of the lighter color. That worked out beautifully. The yarns that I'm using for this is the two grays are from BC Garn Bio Balance. It is a 50%, or I think it's 55% cotton and 55% wool and 45% cotton. And the pink purplish color is from Ravelry Yarns. She is a Canadian yarn dyer, and this also is a combination of merino wool and cotton. So I absolutely love it. So last time I showed you, I had just finished the color work. I have split for sleeves, and now I am on the body. I need to try it on again, but just to make sure that I don't make it too long, and figure out where I want to finish it off and start the ribbing. And so yeah, I really love the little gray dots. If these, you do not have to do these if you don't want to, but there is a chart in the pattern for them. I can show you a little bit of my floats. I don't know if you care, but I guess I can show you how I am carrying the yarn for the dots. And this is what it looks like in the inside, on the inside. And these are the floats. I don't think you need to see this, but these are the floats. Messy, whatever, it's fine. Nobody's gonna see that. And it's all good. All of the needles and information on this pattern are in my project page. I really didn't do any modifications except for that happy accident. So it is such a fun knit. I'm excited, and it fits. So bonus. I don't know what my son is doing right now. He's in his room, and you probably can hear that. I have no idea what he's doing, so I apologize for that. So those are all of my work in progress. I have swatched for the Dingley Dell t-shirt. If you watched the last episode, you're probably wondering, where's the Dingley Dell? Because on the last episode, I was all excited. I said I wanted to cast it on right away. I just wasn't sure on the colors. It took all of that time for me to finally make a decision on the colors. Thank you so much for everyone who commented and told me which color they liked the best. I will show you my swatch because I haven't cast it on yet, but I am. I promise I'm doing it this weekend. Because I was talking to Gabrielle. Hi, Gabrielle. She actually sent me pictures yesterday that she casted on her Dingley Dell. So I'm like, okay, this has to happen. So last episode, I showed you some skeins that I wanted to use for this t-shirt. And there goes one of them. So my dilemma was, I didn't know which contrast color to pick. Either this mauvey pink, I guess, or this kind of peach color, and the main body will be this gray color. And these are all, no they're not. This one and this one is from Sassy Strings Yarn Studio, and this one is from Ginger Snaps. They are yarn dyers, Canadian yarn dyers. Anyway, so which one did I decide? I did this week. I swatched it around. Look at it. So yay on me. I did not wash and block it. I should. I know I should, but I'm not going to. Okay, so I have decided with the darker pink. My heart was with the peach. It really was. But most of you, the majority was saying this color, and I am choosing this color as well because I just have more of it, and it looks great. So either way, it would be great. I'm gonna keep this color because I have less of this one. I have like 80 grams because I've used some of this color in another project, and this one is a full skein. So this one is a full 100 grams. So I'm gonna go with this one, and I'm going to cast it on this weekend, I hope. Yeah, so that's my little Dingley Dell. It's coming. I'm excited for it. Now that I've finally made the decision, everything's gonna go. Everything's gonna go. I want to cast them all and have them on the needles, so when I sit down and want to knit on them, they're ready. Like the needles are ready, like everything is ready. Yeah, so that was the Dingley Dell. What else? Is that it? I think that's it for all of my knitting. I am going to go into a little bit of dream knitting before I go into acquisitions. So I have notes, very, very badly written notes. Okay, so I thought I would mention a few patterns just in case if you want some more inspiration on summer teas. A couple of viewers told me that they were knitting on the Fawcett tee by, I don't know how to say this, by Divine Ventre. I'm not sure, but I will put the title here and a picture of that t-shirt. It is a colorwork t-shirt and it is fabulous. This is definitely on my radar, but probably for next year. I think that with the addition of the Dingley Dell, I will have 3 t-shirts on the go. I think that's probably going to be it for this summer that I can actually have done by summer. So, but you never know. You never know. So the Fawcett tee is really, really nice. And I think someone else had talked about this one. It's called the Ethereal Summer, I think. Anyways, it'll be here, title. And it is by Minimi Knit Design. And I thought that was really nice. It has a V-neck construction and little eyelets on it, and it looks like a simple t-shirt. I love also simple knits that you can just put on and wear and, go out or go to work and, be comfortable and still be wearing knitting in the summer. Yes. So those are the two t-shirts for inspiration knitting. Okay, so now I'm going to go into acquisitions and life stuff. So if you are not interested in that, that is totally okay. Thank you so much for watching up to this part. I hope to see you next time. But let's get into the acquisitions. Okay, so a couple weekends ago, I went to a fiber festival. It was called the Fiddlehead Fiber Festival, and it was in Florenceville in New Brunswick. It's about a 3-hour drive from here. So I met up with a couple of knitters that were all spread out in New Brunswick, and we hardly ever have time to see each other, so it was so nice to be all together. It was so much fun. I went out, we drove up, me and Manon from La Violette Yarn Gift & Co. Nancy Wheeler was there, Deborah from Yarn Indulgences, Heather from the Wheelhouse Knits podcast, she was there, Leanne was there, Christy was there. Am I forgetting anyone? I know we were 7. I think that's it. Yeah. And so many other knitters were there, but we even that night we stayed at a hotel, and the fiber festival was in that same hotel. We didn't even like have to leave anywhere. We ate at the restaurant and we sat down and knit in a conference room on the Friday night, and it was so much fun. So much fun. So I did buy a few things. I had money saved up for a rainy day, and I guess it was pouring because it wasn't. It was a beautiful day. But I did purchase a few things. First thing that these are not in order, but anyway, I did purchase some yarn from Sweet Skein of Mine. She was there on the Saturday, so these are 2 of the skeins that I bought from her. These are very, very moody, and I absolutely adore these. So this is a fingering weight yarn. The yarn color is called Poison. I love that. And it is on her 80/20 superwash merino nylon. It is 400 yards to 100 grams. I have plans for this. So I knew I wanted to purchase some yarn from Amanda. She is so sweet. Hi Amanda, I'm not sure if you're watching, but she is so nice. She is a local yarn dyer from New Brunswick, and her yarns are amazing. Her colors are just so amazing. So I did purchase this in mind of making either the love note. I know, I already have a love note, but this would be either another love note or a ranunculus. Yes, I know, I already have knit these 2 patterns. I have never knit a garment pattern twice, ever. This would be the first time. This is how much I wear my love note that I've already made, and my ranunculus. I wear them all the time. So I have this, and I have picked up some black mohair. Isn't this gonna be so cool? Anyway, I don't know if this is everyone's jam, but this is definitely my jam. And so paired with the black mohair, this is Kid Silk by Drops. I bought this at my local yarn shop last week. Yes, it's going to be held together and be a very moody sweater, dark. I really, really am excited about this. But I need to put it aside and finish the ones that I have right now and not cast this on, but it's going to be hard because this is going to be good. So I bought that from Amanda, and then I just couldn't resist on this one. This is again from Sweet Skein of Mine, and this is called Mocha Fudge, and it is again her 80/20 base. Isn't it so nice? I think this is either going to be, I have so many plans. This would be great for a pair of socks. I sometimes test for Nancy, not all the time because I have so much stuff on my needles, but I want to, but anyway. But so this would be a gorgeous pair of socks, like gorgeous. Or this could be in the yoke of a zwag. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Zvag or zwag sweater by Caitlin Hunter. I think I have that right. I'm going to put up a picture title. Yeah. I saw Leanne from she's the Knitty Stew. She has a podcast, a wonderful podcast. She's amazing. She has made a swag sweater, and I adore it. she showed it off, and then she was wearing it in one of her podcasts, and it just, I adore it. So I have it in my favorites. It's on my list, and I think this would be a really great color for the yoke part of the sweater. So possibilities are endless. So many things I could make with this, like crazy. Anyway, had to have it, so I came back with that one. That was from Sweet Skein of Mine. Now, I did purchase a skein of yarn from Yarn Indulgences. Yeah. So I was so happy at that Fiber Fest. Like, I was like a kid at Christmas, like Christmas morning. I was all smiles. I was looking at everything. The yarn fumes were heavenly, and I was just squeezing all the yarn. I was just so excited. And I purchased a skein of yarn from Yarn Indulgences, and I put it down, and I was like, Deborah, can I take some footage? Because I will have some footage of the Fiber Fest at the end of this video. But yeah, so when I was doing the footage, I put the skein of yarn down. Anyway, I put the skein of yarn down, did it, so happy. And then I went off to another part of that room, and I completely forgot the skein. Deborah has it, she knows. I reached out to her like the next day. I'm like, I'm missing a skein of yarn, and I was trying to figure out, and that's what I know exactly what happened. That's what I did. I just placed it down there. I even have video proof. It's in the video. Anyway, I would forget my head if it weren't attached on my body. Seriously. My husband can, let you know that that is absolutely true. Okay, so that was from Yarn Indulgences. Oh, and another yarn purchase. I told you it was pouring. This is so nice. I bought some yarn from Botanical Fibers. They had such an amazing spread. Like, I'm trying not to make some noise, just a sec. Sorry. Okay. There was, her yarns were amazing. And there was like this big booth, and it was just, the display was amazing. That's what I'm trying to say. And I bought these. So I bought a skein. It's called Teddy. So that's the color, the name of this yarn. And it is called, it's on her base Sensible Sock. It is 80% merino, 20% recycled nylon. And this is hand dyed, and I think it's yes, it is. It's naturally dyed. So natural yarns, hand dyed with natural products in Nova Scotia, Canada. So I got this skein because she had so many amazing colors of minis. So this skein, I can't hold it up all at once. And look at those colors. And these are like, the lighting in here today is pretty amazing because these colors are pretty true to color. I wasn't sure I knew what I wanted to do. I don't have a pattern though, but I know I want to make a shawl. This is going to be a shawl. So I'm going to have these all together. It's going to be, I have it in my head, it's going to be an asymmetrical shawl with this as the main color, and then I'm going to stripe in these colors. I think it's going to be like a garter, goodness, striping color. I don't know. I have it in my head. I got the construction instructions, I think, from Expression Fiber Arts. I just need to write down what I want to do and then wind it up and make it, because these colors are so lovely together. I hope I have enough. I should have bought probably another mini skein, but I might have a mini skein here that is very similar or close to this, at least, that I can put in or add in. But, right? Oh, so pretty. So pretty. And they were so nice. And I am absolutely not sponsored by anyone. I am broke. Mom, I'm not broke. I'm kidding. Mom, my parents watch. I'm not broke, Mom. I had money saved up, so yes. So that was the last yarn purchase I did for that festival. It was very quaint. It wasn't big, but everyone there was amazing. Yeah, so I think the date is already set out for next year, and hopefully we can all go back, because I will definitely go again. And I saw some viewers. I didn't catch any of the names, but hi, if you're watching, again, thank you so much. It was lovely to see you and to talk with everyone. So last yarn purchase, but I did another purchase there, and it is not yarn related. Excuse me. It is an apron. There was this kiosk with so many lovely aprons, and it was her name is The Apron Girl Boutique. I'll show that to you here. She will be linked down below. She was so nice, and she had these gorgeous aprons that she sewed from various materials. There were some with jeans on it. There were different constructions, some with just like drawstrings on the back, or she had the crossback, which this is a crossback. I have a picture and I will put it up after, but because I'm not going to try this on here, but I do have a picture of me with it. There's a big pocket. This was on the mannequin. Like, she had like so many on a rack, and this one was on the mannequin, and like I wanted this one. I tried on a bunch, and I was kind of like doing like a fashion show in there, and settled on this one. It is amazing. So well made. And it's just like a crossback, so there's no ties to tie up. And I love to bake, so it was really awesome. Anyway, I think that's it. That was my last purchase of the Fiber Festival. This is getting long. I'm trying to go faster. So that was from the Fiber Festival. Last week was local yarn shop day, so of course I had to go to my local yarn shop, and I picked up the black mohair that I wanted for the Love Note or Ranunculus, and I picked up this. I have 5 skeins of this. It is called Eco Harmony Worsted, and it's by Estelle, and it is again a cotton and wool mixture. 55% organic wool and 45% organic cotton. It is, I say it's like blue jeans color. The colors are numbers. So she had a bunch of these skeins. It is a worsted weight yarn. I want to make the Corran cardigan by Clow. She's the CreaBea. Anyway, a lot of people have been making it. It is gorgeous. It's a newer pattern. It came out maybe a month ago. It's gorgeous, and when I saw this was in the shop, and I really liked the color, and yeah, so now I'm gonna cast on a cardigan as well, and this is gonna be kind of like a summer cardigan, so I need to giddy up on this one too. So that's gonna be cast on soon. I will put up a picture of the Corran here. Marie from Old Time Knits. Hi, Marie. She made one, and she was wearing it on her last podcast, and it's amazing. And it looks flowy. It looks amazing. So I want to make one. So I got these for that. See, like I have ideas. Like I have plans for all the yarns, and I think that's it. It's enough, but that is it for yarn purchases. So I usually share a recipe on this podcast. So this is not my recipe. It is a recipe that I got from Pinterest, and I've made this like numerous times, but I just made them again last weekend. They are cookies. I'm not even sure what the name of them is, but it's a chocolate chip oatmeal cookie that has some cinnamon in it and just a tiny bit of molasses. It's really good. It's a really good cookie. So I will share that recipe down below for your enjoyment. If you make them, please let me know, because they freeze well. So I usually double batch them because one batch makes a small batch. So if you don't want a lot of cookies, it's perfect. But if you want more, you can definitely double batch it and put some to freeze. So yeah, let me know if you make them. And I'm gonna insert some footage. What else? Life stuff. Oh my goodness. So it's just been really busy. Hockey. My son is in spring hockey now, so we have it. That's been going on. My daughter is in volleyball, and that's in full swing as well. So our weeknights are hockey, volleyball, and weekends also. And I'm in my taxi years. My daughter's almost 14, and so she wants to go. She's very social, so wants to go places. So I usually drive them. And what else? Stuff that is coming up. We have a hockey tournament in PEI on the long weekend of May, and I'm looking forward to that. I always love going to the island. And before that, it's going to be Mother's Day. I hope that I can relax a little bit that day and knit and visit my mom and my mother-in-law. And what else is coming up? We are going to a rock concert. So excited. Oh, I'm so excited. We're going to a rock concert next weekend. It's going to be insanely loud. And my daughter's coming too, my husband, me, and one of our friends, and my niece is going. My niece is a drummer, and so she's coming, and we're gonna have like the best time. I'm so excited. So excited. What else? I'm going to a diamond night with my sister. That's gonna be the night before. That's next weekend. So it's been busy. And it will stay busy, but that's okay. I'm all for it. I do find time to knit, as you can see. I'm still knitting any chance I get. So I think that's it for this episode. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you're working on in the comments below. Are you making any summer knits, or are you making any gift knitting? We got to start soon, the Christmas gift knitting. I need to start soon because I got pretty distracted last year and started way too late. So I am hoping that I can start that soon. And I wish you well. Have a great couple of weeks. Be kind, be cozy, relax, knit, craft, all of the things. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.